I remember I was working at the bakery at the time, and I had to wear a Band-Aid over it.
To cover it up? That's so stupid.
So I just had a Band-Aid over my lip for 8 months.
So it just looked like you had herpes.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just like, why can't it just be visible? It's not like it's going to fall out.
Yeah, and it's like, here's your cookie from a herpy person, or your herpy baker.
Well, I had that, and then I also had long hair, and then they were mad at me for having long hair, too.
Isn't that wild? I remember when I worked at a movie theater, I don't think I had any tattoos on my lower arms, but you weren't allowed to. You literally had to bandage it up.
Why?
I don't know.
That's so dumb.
I'm giving you popcorn. I can have a tattoo.
Yeah.
I've noticed people there now with showing tattoos.
I think it's a more common thing now, but
like it's changed like within the past probably 10 years drastically. But even when we were in high school, you weren't allowed to have showing tattoos. But like the long hair is like, how is that an issue? I was told, so when I was a junior in high school, I got a job at Fairway. And they told me to cut my hair, so I just never came back.
Yeah, you would just.
I don't even think I made it all the way through training. I think it was like
that's like so fucked up.
I made it through 2 interviews, and they're like, "Yeah, just so you know, you'll have to cut your hair." I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Well, we just don't like it long." I'm like, "Why? You let girls work here? And
exactly.
Often they have long hair,
and they have long hair,
and they're allowed to have long hair. Why can't I?" Like, so and also, no fucking high school job is worth cutting my hair. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Losing a part of my personality for.
I literally, when they told me how to cut my hair, I put it in a ponytail. And then he like the next day, it was like
this. You were like, "Joke's on you. I'm just gonna look stupid."
Well, I had to wear a bakery hat, you know.
True, but also like your little rat tail ponytail.
No, basically my hair was like long, like the bleach blonde.
Was it long? That long?
Yeah, it was like long.
Oh, I didn't think it was ever reached past your shoulder, so it'd just be a little like.
No, but I like literally put it in a ponytail coming out the back of my hat, and the store manager or the store operator, the guy who runs the whole store, came by the next day and he goes, "You got to cut your hair." And I was like, "It's in a ponytail."
I don't have to. Fire me. That's
and like I was literally like, there's women in this exact same department that I'm working right next to that have a ponytail just like me,
and it's fine.
So then the next day, I tucked it all up.
Sure.
So like nothing's even hanging below.
I did that at my job too because I wasn't supposed to have hair in my face.
And then he still talked to me.
Ugh.
And he goes, you got to cut your hair. And I was like,
no.
What the fuck?
Is that why you cut your hair that one time?
That's why I shaved my head.
Ugh. Oh yeah, your hair was really long when you shaved it because it's that one video.
Yeah, because that video was a smite.
Oh, but I remember when I first got my FedEx job, I was wearing my toupee, and my manager, who is really nice, or the owner, who's really nice, but just the most intense person ever. It sucks having a conversation because he'll like touch both your shoulders at the same time and look in your eyes.
Holy shit!
And
that's too intense.
Yes, but he'll be
just like every conversation.
Well, because he was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." And I'm like, "Okay," and it was like my first week there, and he like
grabbed both your shoulders.
And he like pulls me in, and he's like, "Just so you know, your hair can't be covering your face." I'm like, "Okay, is it?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay," but like he was worried because it was like because he didn't know I accidentally glued it to my forehead, so it couldn't move out of my face very well. So like I did like do a hard like because.
Sir, it's glued to my face.
Because it was literally, sometimes it was like glued down to my eyebrow.
I remember.
So it was just permanent bangs, and then it hung down past my chin.
I remember.
But goddamn did it look nice sometimes.
Sometimes. Other times you could see the plastic.
I know. Or the glue was just all over my forehead. It was just the worst.
It probably feels good to just not worry about it.
Oh, it's fantastic being bald now. Like I miss having hair. I don't miss wearing a wig.